Hello, this is Terry from Fabric Junction, and we're on block number 7, halfway through our sampler, and it's called the Double X. And as you can see, here is our finished one in the quilt. A nice simple block, but adds great dimension to our quilt. So as in the past, I have done some of my half square triangles, but I will show you how they're done. I take the light, and I like to use my 1/4 inch seam guide on this particular one, which they come out by Fonts and Porter. There's actually 2 in a package that you can use for your 2 different sizes of blocks, or your variety of sizes of blocks, I should say. But to use it, you can either put this on the point. Now, that's not my preference because I tend to maybe not get it lined up as well. But the lines on here are so nice and thin, I like to line it up right across, and I line up one on the back. So I have a thin line crossing each intersection on those points. I hold it as steady, and I draw a pencil line. And when I draw a pencil line, I start in the center and I push out gently. And sometimes you can see I just kind of go and I turn my hand and I do the same thing on the other side till I have my line. And that is my stitch line. So now I match it up on the block. So now I know exactly where I'm going to stitch. I do all of them. When I get to the last one, I just turn it and come back on the other line. Once I have it stitched, you could either cut it with a scissor, or if you'd like to use your straight edge and blade, you sure can. A lot of times when I'm only doing one, I just grab the scissor. Time to press. Now this one's real easy because I'm going to press the seam to the dark. I get rid of my dog ears because all they're going to do is mess me up when I'm sewing. And then I lay out my block. Now on this particular one, the green is our center. Then we have red on our points. Actually, I'm going to set it up this way so it's looking just like the design to you. Lay our blues out so that they're pointing at each other. And then our big white blocks in the corner. So once I have it laid out, and again, I start at the top. You'll start here and flip this one over. I'm going to start here. I flip my center to the outside, and I want to sew this all together as one big unit. You can see I didn't break the threads in between because now my goal is to add the next, and this keeps them in order. So let's add the next set. Make sure that I stay correct here. Add my next set. if you notice, I pick up my blocks exactly the same way all the time. This one goes here. I know this is where I'm going to sew, so I always grab this side and flip. That way when I get it to the machine, I very seldom, I don't say I never make a mistake, but very seldom get them turned wrong. Now that I have all my pieces sewn together one direction, all I have to do is fold it over, line up the one seam allowance, push one forward, one to the back, and I'm ready to finish my block. And double check that my thread didn't fall out. It did. And the last one. And there is our double X ready to be pressed and added to our blocks. Thank you for joining, and check out our website at junctionfabric.com.